Hey y'all, this is your girl Nikki, aka the Bayou Chick, and I'm going to try to get this video made before another one of my kids wake up. So it's about almost 2:30 in the morning, and what I wanted to do was show some of the young gardeners how to rescue some of these clearance plants that I buy, because I buy a lot of them. Y'all know me, I am very frugal, and I just want to show y'all how you can just I'm enabling you. I'm enabling your gardening hobby. I'm enabling you. I'm not gonna tell you to stop buying plants because I ain't gonna stop. Can't stop, won't stop. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna show you how I get my plants that some people are like, you know what, that little leaf fig cost me $100, or that elephant ear cost me $200, and I'm like, I ain't paid but 15 for it, but mine is like blooming and thriving. And I'm gonna show you how you can have like these beautiful plants and you can buy them like on a dime, pretty much like 10% of what a fraction of what the plants really cost. So I'm gonna show you when I buy my rescue plants how I resurrect them. And so I'm just gonna show y'all like different phases. Some videos might be like from when I first get them, some may be mid-turn, midway, and some may be at the finish line. I don't know. But I'm just gonna show y'all. Maybe y'all can pick up some tips and tricks along the way. I'm gonna try not to be too loud because I can be really loud and energetic. And I work night shift at the hospital, so this is like around the time when I'm full of energy. That's just me. So anyway, let me tell y'all, let me share my first video. I made plenty of videos, but I get little video bombers, my kids, and this is like normally when it's quiet in my house for the most part. So what I have here, I got a calathea blocking right now, so it's a little shadow because I got this one here, but that's another video. I'm gonna show you. This is another rescue plant, but right now we're gonna talk about these African violets because first of all, I feel like every black woman needs to have an African violet. Don't ask me why. I think because I saw Florida Evans on Good Times, she had African violets, and can't remember what episode, but I was just like, you know what? Yes, queen, yes. Every black woman needs to have one. So I feel like, you know what? They're very temperamental at times. So you need to know how to make them thrive. So these were some rescue plants that I picked up at Lowe's. And this was, I guess, the grower who sells them. The premium collection, Optimara. There's their Facebook. And they have plenty of Facebook groups on Facebook. African violet groups on Facebook. But anyway, I got this one for like $1. All these for $1 because I ain't nah, I'm not paying full price for nothing. So unless it's just something that I'm just like in love with, most of the time, no, I don't buy them full price. So anyway, this was a rescue plant. It's not in top-notch shape, but it will be in a little while. So what I've done is it came in these little pots. This one here, this is actually 2 African violets that I put in another pot. What I do is when I like to get them out of this plastic. I don't like the plastic. It's not my style. I prefer terracotta. I do have orchid pots, but I still prefer terracotta when it comes to watering them, because when you water them from the bottom. That's what I'll say. It works for me. If you get splashes on their leaves, they kind of start looking funky. Except when I'm fertilizing them, I do put some of my CalMag mixture, which I'll show you how I mix it up. I pour that, but I'm very careful. I'm not just spraying it, splashing water everywhere. I'm very particular about how I water them. When I do water them up top, I'm very conscious that I don't let the water hit their leaves. And so that's what I do. I water them from the bottom for about an hour. And so this one here, we got about 22 more minutes and I'll take it out. I might take it out a little bit early because I want to show y'all something. But here's another one. And what I do when I get them, like it had like some really funky leaves right here, I will go ahead and prune them. Everybody has their own different style. I don't want to see them because I don't want to see the little dead ends. I like to deadhead them because it just makes them bloom more for me. That's my experience. Everybody lives in different environments, different humidity, different climates, but that's what works for me here in Zone 8B, Louisiana. Okay, so yeah, I've repotted it. I try to use a shallow pot. Let me show you this one, a shallow and wide pot. And I like the terracotta because you can tell when the plant is time for it to be rewatered, because you want to water them, you want to let them dry out a little bit. I use, if you can see my soil mixture, hold on, let me back up. Let me get up under some light. use vermiculites mixed with a little potting soil. You need a well-drained mix. I almost treat them in a way like succulents, but not really. But when it comes to the potting soil, that's what I use. I don't give them they like calcium. They love it for their blooms. So I do add fertilizer, but I give them a well-draining potting soil to put them in. That's the thing. I water them for about, like I said, about an hour, and take them out, and I try to put them to cover them up and give them like a, what is that? A greenhouse effect. So let me show you, and I'm talking real fast. Let me tell you 2 different things that I use when I'm getting them, when I've rescued them, and I'm trying to get them to act right. You don't have to repot them but like once a year, but when I first get them, like I said, I don't want them in those little plastic pots, so I put them in like some terracotta pots that I've had. I clean them up a little bit, put them in there. So one thing I like either my CalMag. I will mix this up like in a water bottle here, and I'll be real careful. I'll pull those leaves back and I'll get in there and I'll water them a little bit. Or I also use this. I know this looks real, look at this, but what I do is just a way for me to keep track of it. I just take the labels off and I just tape them on jars, and I store them and stuff. But this right here is garden lime, good source of calcium. That's what it looks like, y'all. So I get a few pebbles and I sprinkle it on the soil, and then if I'm using the pellets, I sprinkle it on the soil, and I use a little water, and I soak them in. If I don't want to do that, if I don't have any, what I'll do is, from out of pellets, or if I don't feel like going outside and taking it out my big bag and putting it in here, and I got this on the counter, I get this bad boy out. I love it. It's great for blooms. So those are some of my tips and tricks. Oh, another one. Okay, so you see how I got these leaves propped up? All you got to do is get you an incense. I love this rose smell, by the way. You got them at the beauty supply store. Get you an incense. Be careful to not damage the roots. Slide it in there. Let me see if I can show you. Slide it in there and prop it up under the leaf, like that. You can also use a wooden skewer if you make shish kebabs. I always got some laying around the house. Same thing. Slide it in there if you need to, and prop up your leaves. Okay. All right, so I hope some of these tips and tricks helped y'all out. If y'all got some, please share them so we can all be blooming and growing. Yeah, that's all I got for now. Oh, I want to show y'all something too. I went to Hobby Lobby today with the girls, and they had these clay pots. They were, what's the price? $3.99. $3.99 for a 6-pack, but because they were cracked, I got them for 99 cents. So don't be afraid to ask if you see them cracked, because they ain't gonna sell them no way. And I'll tell y'all some ways y'all can use these clay pots, because they still absorb things. You can still soak them and add things to the water, and they'll still absorb them. You can still use them in your garden. So but yeah, that's all I got for now. I hope y'all are having a great day, and I hope y'all are blooming and growing. Talk to y'all later. Bye.